there's an expression in the computer world that's called user-friendly. And all of this, the website, the videos, the relearn packets, it's all done for you. So that if you say to yourself, I really want to get better, and I really want to be successful, and it's my future, and I want to seize my future, I want to make my greatness happen. If you want that, it's all there for you. But you can't sit on your butt and think that because you're nice, you're going to get it, because that's just not the way the world works. You have to work for it. I've seen miracles happen, and I've seen kids who underachieved. And it all comes down to what matters most to you. You need to take control of your own education. It shouldn't come down to your parents telling you what to do. It should not come down to me telling you what to do. This is all about you. And I think, you know, I don't fight with kids. I never fight with kids because it is never me versus you. Every single one of you knows what I just told you is true. And you know I'm right. The question is, the battle is you versus yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I don't want to go to bed. Oh, man. It's you versus you. Are you going to win and get your butt up out of bed?
Probably not.
When you say to yourself, I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather go text. I'd rather be on Xbox. I'd rather watch TV. I'd rather go do anything on the face of the earth than do that. That's you versus you. People who are successful in this world win the competition with themselves. That video we watched earlier in the year said the toughest opponent you will ever face is yourself. They said something about an old African proverb that says if you can defeat the warrior within, then you can defeat the warrior outside of you. That's the battle you have to win. You have to beat yourself. All right, so I'm going to go through these pretty quickly and just say what they are until I get to the last two. The last two are pretty much the lesson for the day, with one little other thing thrown in. All right, 5x minus 1 is negative 16, so it's a standard two-stepper. This is like so fundamental. This is like crawling before you walk, before you run. This is a very easy question. Add 1 to both sides. That's it, add 1, not a minus 11. Die. 5x is negative 15. Dividing by 5, x is negative 3. I shouldn't have to give a big explanation for that. My regular 8th graders are doing those right now. And virtually every one of my regular 8th graders, not accelerated, can get those questions right and show all the steps. So for you, this should be pretty easy. Am I good on that? Right? Is there anybody who says, oh man, I'm still not getting it? Okay. If you are and you want to see me privately, you can do that, but make sure you see me because this will be a part of thousands of questions we do this year. And if you cannot get this right, you're done. I didn't mean to sound snotty or whatever to the period after this yesterday, but I literally said to them, if you can't do this, go to guidance and get out of the class. That's how simple this is and how basic it is. Okay? Next, this is a danger moment because it is negative 2n. You learn to look at that and say to yourself, I got to be careful. What kind of 4 is this? Positive. So I do minus 4 to both sides. Die. 8 equals, and here's the danger moment. It's negative 2n. There's 2 dangers here. First off, some people add 4 because they see the subtraction sign. That would be a big mistake. The 4 is positive. You need to do the opposite and go negative. And the other big mistake is when they bring the 2n down, they don't, or they forget the negative sign. Can't forget it. That is not 2n. It's negative 2n. Now I divide by negative 2. Negative 4 equals n. And letter C, distributing 10n plus 5 equals negative 25. Add negative 5 to both sides, God bless. I think my, yeah, it's dying. So, I'm really glad, though, I went to technology yesterday and made sure I got myself a brand new battery. I said, this battery's got to die soon. There we go. Come on. There we go, good. All right. Sorry for the slowdown here. Hopefully this battery's not dead. I know the one underneath is not dead. And my thing broke last year, so I had to tape it in place. Technology at its finest, huh? Okay. Oh, hold it. It's dead. Yes, yes, yes. Technology, saving time and effort again. Do, 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 do.
So confused.
What are you confused about? My battery doesn't work.
Singing.
Oh, that's the theme from Jeopardy.
What?
The theme from Jeopardy.
I mean, like, game show?
Yes. Do, do, do,
I watched
do.
it. I just like.
Oh, look at that. Now she's working.
Stuck in my head. Oh, it's scared me.
Okay, here we go. Ready? This is a -5. Die. 10n equals -30. Divide by 10, and I get n is -3. Okay, those 3 questions should be. Oh my God! I forgot my peanut M&Ms to mix with my trail mix. Ugh. You know why? Because I left them out on the counter, and my wife, being good, cleaned the counter and put them away. She didn't understand I left them out, so I wouldn't miss them. So you know how you do that? Like as you're walking out the door, you put something. So yeah, that's what I do. All right. All right. N is -3. You should be able to get all 3 of these right there. Routine. They're fundamental. They're simple. Any questions? Okay. If they're not, I'm not trying to make you feel bad if you don't get them correct. That's not my point. My point is, if you're not getting these correct and you're not in an extra help right away, saying I need help, then you're done. You'll never succeed. You need to be here. All right. So now, there are 2 situations that we need to learn about today. Anybody here ever watch football? Professional football on TV? You don't have to watch it a lot. Have you ever seen it? Okay, now, here's how football works. Before the play, the offense gets together and they go, huddle, 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 huddle. Do this. Everybody gets in and they go, all right, listen, we're going to run such and such a play, whatever the play is. And they go, everybody got it? All right, and they'll say the play's name on 3. Break. And they run up to the line. While they're doing that, the defense is getting together. They're going, huddle, huddle, huddle. Defense gets together. They say, this is the play we're going to run. And they say, okay, ready? Good. So defense gets together. Now, the offense comes up to the line. Quarterback looks like a gunslinger. He gets set. Gets in, ready for the snap. And you see the quarterback looking at the defense. And then he tries to figure out what defense they're doing. And he'll say to himself, Blue 21! Blue 21! 40, 40, 40! And he'll point to him. And what he's doing is he's telling the whole team what the defense is trying to do on the play. And then, based on what the defense is trying to do, he calls what they call an audible. He changes strategy. For instance, does it make sense that if the original play call was a running play right up the middle, and the defense puts 11 guys right in the middle, the play's not going to work? Is that pretty obvious, right? So he'll say, Blue 21, which is saying to the whole team, change and play, change and play. 42, 42. And he's saying something about 42. He's going to blitz, whatever he's saying about 42. Then he might say, red, orange, green, which is telling his team what to do. And what he's saying is, because they're all here, that wide receiver on the end, you just go run long. And then he'll say something about what he wants the running backs to block. And he'll fade back to pass. The 11 guys will rush up. They'll try to block them. The running backs will pick the first 2 guys up through the line. And that guy's going down the line, Beckham, running down the line, and he just throws the ball up in the air. And it's Beckham's job to catch the ball with one hand as he's falling to the ground. Okay? What it is the quarterback recognizes what the defense is trying to do, And then he picks the appropriate strategy to beat that defense. You, when you solve equations, are playing quarterback. You walk up to these equations, you look at them, and you need to decide what's the correct strategy. If you do the correct strategy, the equations are easy. If that quarterback changes the play from a running play up the middle to a different running play up the middle, is it going to work? No. He's got to do something away from where all the defensive guys are. So, there are two strategies or two situations here. And what we're going to focus on, we are going to focus on the equal sign. And when we focus on the equal sign, what I want to know is, are the variables, the letters, are they on the same side of the equal sign or are they on opposite sides of the equal sign? So I'm going to say same side, and you're going to say same operation. Same side, same operation. And then I'm going to say opposite side, you're going to say opposite operation. Opposite side? Opposite operation. Okay, so I look here. Are these ends on the same side or are they on opposite sides? Opposite, clearly. There's an equal sign in between the ends. Now, always start with the smallest number of ends. What kind of 2n is this? Positive or negative? Positive. So I'm going to do minus 2n, minus 2n. Now, what's 5n's minus 2n's? 3n. 3n plus 7 equals danger, danger, danger. What kind of 2 is that? Negative. Negative 2 it is. Then minus 7. Doesn't that just look like the ones we just did? See, we take all these complicated looking ones, and after we do the correct play, all of a sudden they look like the simple ones. And that's really what our job is. And same side and opposite side strategies are designed to get it to what I call a standard two-stepper. Minus 7, die, die. 3n equals negative 9, divide by 3, n equals negative 3. And there's the correct answer. Okay? Yes?
How do you know which side to bring the variable over to?
Remember before when I said you always start with the smallest number of the variables? So if I start with that one, and I always do it to both sides. I'm not bringing to one side or the other. Everything is done to both sides. When I put a minus 2 here, it disappears from this side. And then when I also do it on this side, there's 3 of them left. Okay? Now, take a look at the next one. Are the variables, in this case the x's, are they on the same side or are they on opposite sides? Same side. So do same side.
Same operation.
Just do it. Just do the same operation. What's 4x's plus 5x's?
9x's.
9x minus 2 equals 16. Hey, do you know how we did the previous one, and once we got to this level, it was really easy?
Yeah.
Well, that's what your relearn packets are like. See, if you correct it now, the stuff in those relearn packets is used in every chapter throughout the rest of the year. So if we take new stuff during the rest of the year and boil it down to the relearn packet stuff, once you get to the stuff that's on chapter 1, you know it already, you're going to get it all right. But if you never learn that stuff, remember, if you didn't learn the basic two-step equation that was on A, B, and C, how can you get these right? You can't. So if you got a 72 on the last test, and then you never do the relearn packet, that means you're capping at 72 for the rest of the year. But if you get a 95, and your mistake's a stupid mistake, I make those all the time, you're looking great for the rest of the year. You have less to learn for the rest of the year. All right, 9x minus 2 is 16. This was the same side situation. 4x's plus 5x's, just do the same operation, is 9x's. And then, you know, to me, this is like cruise control. This is easy now. 9x is 18. Divide by 9, x is 2. Make sense? Yes?
It's not the relearn packet.
Go ahead.
If we got parts right, did we have to do that part
No.
on the test?
Oh, yes, on the test you do.
Test?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
You did the whole test, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. All right. And the last part of today's Do It, we talk about properties from yesterday. Name this property, and how did you know its name? 3 plus 8 is 8 plus 3. What property is that? Commutative property of?
Addition.
How did you know that was commutative and not associative? Somebody help me here, go ahead. Because you're just switching it. Very good. Okay. So, we have now discussed our strategies. If we see a distribute situation, we distribute the number over the letters, or I should say we distribute it across the packages. The other possibility is we have a same side, same operation situation, and then we have an opposite side, opposite operation situation. So I would like you guys to do the first three, numbers 3, 4, and 5. I'll give you about a minute and a half to get that done, and then we'll put those answers up on the board. Sam?
How do you know if it's commutative or?
The word commute means to switch, so you're switching them, 3, 8, 8, 3. See that? Remember, we call a commuter someone who goes from Patchogue to New York, and then in the afternoon goes from New York back to Patchogue. So that's commutative, and associative is grouping. If you change what's in the grouping symbols, which is the parentheses, then that's associative, okay? And if there's one set of packages, it's distributed. Mary?
What were number 7?
Let me see. They start 80 miles per hour. Okay, so this guy is 5x. Oh, I'm sorry, 8x. And this guy is y equals negative 5x. So if the 8x and the negative 5x, make it 5x. This guy's covering 8x, this guy's covering 5x. Even though it's going downhill, I don't care. It's covering a distance of 5 times it. Then that has to cover 80 miles. So that'd be 13x equals 80. It's an ugly answer, but that's the answer. Okay? Okay, get those 3 questions done. Yeah. Is it the same side or opposite side? Good.
But is the edit 1 there?
Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at these 3. I see a couple of people are going ahead. Just pause for a sec. Let's make sure we're doing this right. One of the common things that you see kids do wrong is they think they understand something and then they race forward with it. And if they didn't understand something, then they do everything wrong thinking they're right. So obviously we don't want that to happen. This first question, is this a same side situation or an opposite side situation? Same. So same side?
Same operation.
Okay. 7n's minus 3n, what is that? 4n plus 2 is 12. And to me, the instant we get to here, I'm like, I'm home. It's easy. It's so simple. Life is beautiful. It's like being in mathematical heaven. Everything is nice. I just do what I just do. It's so simple. And since I'm in math heaven, I'm not going to kill you. You just go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be pretty. Divide by 4. N equals 2.5 or 2.5. Or you could leave it literally 10 over 4, or you could reduce to 5 over 2. You know I already have this fear factor with decimals because I see kids get it wrong so often. Now this one, 2.5, is not a big deal. Okay, we take a look at the next question. Is it a same side? Julia, pay attention. Is it a same side or an opposite side situation? Same side. But this is a little wrinkle. Not only are the letters on the same side, but also the numbers. Now how many n's is this?
1.
1. So what's 1n plus 3n? 4n. But now we also need to get these together. What's 3 negatives and 2 more negatives? 5 negatives. So add 5. Add 5. 4n equals negative 8. Divide by 4. N equals negative 2. Now, if you did them one at a time, you do arrive at the same answer. You just take a little longer to get there. Maya, you're looking at it like I just wrote hieroglyphics on the board. Are we okay?
I know I did
No, I don't like sure, because that's like either I'm annoyed at myself, sure, or shut up, Mr. Lindquist, sure. And I want to know which sure we're talking about here. Are you just annoyed at yourself? That's fine. I go with it and I'll shut up. Is that what it is? Okay, you're not annoyed at me? Okay, we're good. All right, so n is equal to -2. Tanya, you're looking at it like I just wrote Greek on the board. Were you zoning out? You were like, are we good? Yeah, it makes sense? See, that was not a yeah, I understand yeah. That was a yes, shut up yeah. Now, seriously speaking, Tanya? No, yeah, but watch, I didn't even do it yet. Did you get 1n plus 3n is 4n?
No, I didn't get that one.
Okay, so here's the deal. I think if you didn't get that one, did you walk up to the line of scrimmage? You playing quarterback in front of millions of people on TV. Here's Tanya going up there going, instead of going like, blue 21, blue 21, blue 21. Did you recognize this was a same-side situation?
No.
Is that the first thing you said to yourself? Obviously, no. That's what you have to say first. As you come in, you got to say, is it same side or is it opposite side? And if you have to distribute. If you do that first, everything else falls into place. If you don't do that, nothing can fall into place. Do you know how, like, if a guy comes up to you and walks up to you, and let's say the guy wants to go out on a date and goes, you look awful in that outfit. Does that guy stand a hope of going out with you?
No.
No, not a chance. So likewise, if you don't look up at this and go, hey, is this a same side situation or an opposite side situation, you have no hope. All right, we got to begin with that. All right, next we take a look at number 5. Tanya, what's the first question you ask yourself? No, I'm just Mr. Lindquist. What's the question you ask yourself?
Is it like on the same side?
And what's the other possibility? If it's not same side, it's opposite side. Is this same side or opposite side? Well, that's why I'm asking you. I'm not doing it to bust your chops. I'm going to make sure we get it right. See this equal sign?
Yeah, but you're like nervous.
Yeah, don't be nervous.
I like when people-
Yeah, but we got to get it right, because in 10 seconds you're going to get it right and you're never going to get nervous again. Look at me. Now, see that equal sign? Are these x's on the same side or are they on opposite sides? They're not on the same side, right? See, over here they are. There's the equals, same side. Here they're on opposite sides. Everybody, opposite side?
Opposite operation.
So always start with the smaller one. So we're going to go minus 3x, minus 3x. What are 8x's minus 3x's, everybody? 5x's plus 5 equals, danger, danger, danger. What is this? Negative 15. Minus 5, die, die. 5x is negative 20, right? Because I have 15 negatives and 5 more negatives. Divide by 5. X is negative 4. Okay? Preguntas? Questions?
I don't know what that means.
Means questions.
That's why,
All right, so let's take a look at number 6 now. Hold it. Hey. I take a look at number 6. What do you notice is different about number 6 compared to the 3 that went before that?
there is parentheses.
There's parentheses. So that means as soon as you see parentheses, what are you going to do? You're going to distribute. Very good. So I distribute the 3, and I get 3x minus 12 equals 7x minus 4. Tanya, I'm going to come back to you again. Is this same side or opposite side? Good. Once you recognize that, now you know the correct strategy. But do you know what I see lots and lots of kids do wrong on this? Everybody look up, because I'm telling you, over 30 years of teaching this, kids do this wrong all the time. Kids tend to think you always start on the right. And they go minus 7x. You could do that. And if you did everything right, it would work. But you're going to put more negative signs in the problem. Look at me, don't look away. You should always begin with the lowest number of x's. What's smaller, 3x's or 7x's? So you should do minus 3x. Die, die. What kind of 12 is that? Negative. What's 7x's minus 3x's? 7x's minus 3x's? 4x's minus 4. Now, what's the next step?
You got
Know when to fold them. Know when to hold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. All right. That's an old country song, by the way.
I know.
There you go. Die, die. Negative 8 equals 4x.
Wait.
Divide by 4.
Oh, guys.
X equals negative 2. Okay? Does that make sense? Good. Do the next one. Blue, blue, blue. That's what. No. No, I am a very traditional family kind of guy.
What do you want?
I'm not saying it's not a funny show. And I'm certainly not saying Sofia Vergara is not a pretty woman, but I do not watch the show.
Does anybody else watch this one?
Yeah, everybody else in my house.
Do you guys watch Last Night?
Yes.
All right, can we do this, please? Yeah, that's what I call it with the remote, too. Bloop, bloop. When I want to
Fast
fast forward. Yeah, bloop, bloop. Ask Jimmy. I look at him. He's the king of the remote. I look at him and go, hey, Jimmy, bloop, bloop. I think once a month I get time to watch TV.
What?
I have no time for TV.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so I took the liberty of distributing. Now I have a question. Is this a same side situation or an opposite side? It is same side, but it's not the letters on the same side this time. What's on the same side? The numbers, right? So what is 2 and 5? 7. 4x plus 7 equals 15. This is easy now. Once I get to this step, it's very simple. Minus 7, die. 4x equals 8, divided by 4. X equals 2. Okay, so here's the deal. You want cookies? You got to get a same side right tomorrow. You got to get an opposite side right. You got to get a distribute right, and you got to get a property right. If you can do that, you get your cookies tomorrow. If you can't do that, no cookies for you. You ever see Seinfeld? That was the soup Nazi.
Way too many times.
No soup for you.
I've seen that way too many times.
Well, you want to tomorrow sheet?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hit the lights on the way out, please?
It's over and over again.
Thank you. No soup for you.
Dad! I'm getting a cookie tomorrow. I got you. Good work.
Just watch the video over the weekend. Yeah, just like as if you were in class.
We didn't do all the work, so.
There's only one question we didn't get to today. There were 6 questions on there that were new, plus the do it. We got the whole do it done, and we got 5 out of 6.